My name is Brandy, and I'm from the Wesley Chapel location 253. And today I'm going to be doing my audition video on the Power Services Peel. Kelly, this is my model, Kelly. Um, Today the reason why I've chosen this service for her is because it's absolutely amazing. Besides the fact that it's a resurfacing treatment, so you kind of get the same principle as doing our Derma Radiance, which is $80 comparative to $30. Um, the fact that it's hydrating, anti-aging, if you have pigmentation issues, it's going to address those. If you have acne scarring, if you have acne, if you have just dead skin cells on your face that you want to remove so that your makeup looks better and you look flawless whenever you put that on, this is the service for you. I love the fact that it opens up your layers so that anything that you use after you visit me is going to allow product penetration to go deeper into your barrier functions than it normally would if you were just having superficial treatment done. This service itself has completely changed my skin business. It's one I believe in. It's one that I can target to really all of my demographics. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so our first step is going to be two products out of the 15 wonderful ones that we're going to be using. It's going to be the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser, and it's going to be the Daily Microfoliant. Normally we usually do a pre-cleanse and a double cleanse and all of our microzones and our facials. Today is a little different. You're going to do your cleansing in your first step, and you're just going to do it once. So you're going to do one full pump of your resurfacing cleanser into your jelly cup, and then you're going to add about a teaspoon of your Daily Microfoliant into your Skin Resurfacing Cleanser in the jelly cup. Not much. Portion control, because sometimes it'll get out of hand, they will just pour everywhere. Then you're going to take one of our fan brushes, and you're just going to mix the product together. Starting at her forehead and going down counterclockwise, that's how I personally do it, you're going to apply the product. Best thing about this service is the fact that if someone's in a rush, they can come on their lunch break, have this done. You're going to finish them in a primer and their SPF, so they can actually put makeup on top of it if they want. So I think it's pretty cool. You're going to want to spread that everywhere. And then you're going to dampen your hands just a little bit, and then you're going to work the product around. You're going to just exfoliate over just a little bit. And then you're going to grab your KT Micro, which looks like this. You're going to put it in peel form. And what this little machine is going to do with the microcurrent attached to the product that I'm going to be removing is it's going to turn the product into a peel. I only usually set myself with 2 hot towels, is I use our aesthetic wipes, our 4x4s. I dampen them, and I actually put those in my towel steamer so that it just kind of allows a comfortable feeling whenever you put it on their face. a lot better than cold tepid water. And then you're just going to Okay, next step of our service is going to be adding what I like to call the power behind Power Peel, which would be the multivitamin power exfoliant. This little baby right here is packed with a lot of energy. It has 15% salicylic, 13% lactic acid, and 1% retinol. This is where you're going to get the tingle factor in the peel. I always warn my clients that they're going to feel a little activity, that they should feel tingling, mostly with their cheeks, probably in their chin area, and that it's different than burning. Explain the difference between the two to your clients just so they know that their skin isn't burning and it's actually tingling. Also, watch the barrier function. You're going to know the signs being an esthetician. You're going to know the signals as far as redness in the cheek and the forehead and in her chin. So just take a look at her skin. What I do for my ultra calming patients, the people who I have on my ultra calming system, is I actually spray them down with the ultra calming mist after each. Okay, our next step in the peel is actually what I like to call the power behind the peel, which is our multivitamin power exfoliant. This little thing right here is so amazing. We don't sell it to the generalized public. Obviously, this is one of our professional products. What I love the most about it is that there's 15% salicylic, 13% lactic, and 1% retinol. All of your amazing acids. So this is where it's really going to gear you towards your acneic clients. If you're in a treatment series with them and you want to switch it up a little, try the Power Peel. I have women who are going through menopause, and this has been wonderful because they've had nothing but stress breakouts all through this area. And they've told me within 2 days, all of the breakouts have been cleared up. So I've actually now been transitioning this whole service into what I've been doing for my teams. I have about 19 to 20 teams that come to me regularly with heavy acne. So it's one of the things that I do treat often, and now this is where this comes in, with the salicylic and the lactic. So basically you're only going to use half of this. So when you're going to open it, you're going to pour out half of it into your hand. Reconnect the top to it, just like this, and save it for your next client. Okay, so I'm going to go. Okay, step 3. We're actually going to just recreate step 1. So we're going to do hand resurfacing cleanser, 1 pump, and then we're going to add the daily microfoliant as you put it back. And then you're going to mix it. And I just recycle my brushes during the entire time, so I use 2 brushes the entire service. Okay, our next step is actually going to be doing the exact same thing all over. So you would grab your jelly cup, your skin resurfacing cleanser, and your daily microfoliant, and you would do the step again. Today I'm just going to do the 1 step. So you basically get the idea. Clinical colloidal oatmeal. I always have problems saying the second word, but this stuff is amazing. You can actually eat it. Mixed with the multivitamin power recovery mask and a little bit of water. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your jelly cup. You're going to do 1 scoop of the clinical colloidal oatmeal and the multi. once you have the mask on, you're just going to dampen your hands a little bit, like we've done pretty much through every step that we've done in this process today. All right, next we're going to tone Kelly. So we're going to use Ultra Calming Mist, and then we're just going to mist it, I like to say about 3 rainbows or 4. Whichever. Check your barrier function. Make sure that everything's intact with hydration level. Let's make sure that there's no signs of stress in the skin. She looks great. So we're going to go on to our next step, which is going to be the daily resurfacer. Okay. Then what I would normally like to do is I take the Ultra Calming Complex, this little guy right here, and I'm going to put that all over. Okay, next is pretty much my favorite product ever existed, and that would be the multivitamin Power Firm. So this is pretty much one of the things that I sell the most here besides the Dynamic Skin, which is my next one I'm about to talk about. But you're going to take this and you're going to put this around the eyes and the lips. I also do the additive forehead and around the brow bone, just because I feel like you just need a mask of it. I think it's wonderful. And then you're going to put it all around the lips as well. And depending on if they're sensitized or not, then you would add the Ultra Calming Serum Concentrate. Now, if they're not sensitized, then you don't really need to use this product. So then you would just go straight into your Dynamic Skin. It's got firmers in it. It's an SPF of 50. You really can't get better than that. Last but not least, we're going to use the Age Frontline or Skin Perfect Primer. I really didn't know much about this item until the Power Peel came, or the Power Surface Peel. It's amazing. It's great. It primes the skin whenever they leave here. There's an SPF of 15 or 30 in it. There's an SPF of 30 in it. It primes the skin. It puts luminizers all over it. It just basically color corrects anything that you've done. So they don't walk out with any redness. They shouldn't walk out with any redness. Some may. There's always a possibility of it happening. But this product's going to help diminish that. This product's going to make them go out with an even texture in their skin. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to add that to Kelly as my last step. All right, so our service is done. One thing that I didn't get to display today because of our time constraints in the video is how important your consultation is, or your client consultation is, before you actually start with them. That's how you're going to go down your list of contraindications that's going to allow you to either do the service or recommend something else for them. This service has completely changed my skin business. I couldn't be more thankful for this service. I absolutely believe in it. It is wonderful, and I think everyone should have it, to be honest. Aside from everything else that we do at Ulta with Dermalogica, this probably has to be my favorite overall because of the results in the skin that I've had and the results and my return clientele that I've had from it. Word of mouth. Everything has been absolutely wonderful.